Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jerry Punch, and today I'd like to tell you about a vehicle commonly used by colleges, churches, schools, hotels, daycare centers, and even some state and local government agencies. There is documented proof that the 15-passenger van can be one of the most dangerous vehicles on the road today in terms of rollover. In fact, several universities have stated they won't allow their athletes to be transported in these vehicles until the vehicle is made safer. The situation has become so severe that some insurance companies are hesitant to even provide coverage for the 15-passenger vans. The problem, simply stated, is this. When the van is fully loaded, it becomes almost 3 times more likely to roll over in an emergency situation. Now, each of the big 3 automobile manufacturers make a version of this van. They seem to be everywhere, with over 500,000 on the roads today. Millions of Americans don't give them a second thought until the unique character of this van is rather suddenly and sometimes tragically revealed. Just look at how the 15-passenger van compares to a regular van. On most models, the wheelbase is the same, but you can see on the Ford and Dodge 15-passenger vans, the back end has been extended. That means that when fully loaded, there is a seat with 4 passengers behind the rear axle. That tends to make the back end heavy, so that when there's a sudden swerve, the rear end can swing out. The other critical issue is that the van is top-heavy. It has what engineers call a high center of gravity. The more people on board, the more top-heavy it becomes. The GM van is a different design. The wheelbase is longer. Engineers say that lowers the chance that this van will skid sideways. But when loaded, the GM van is also top-heavy, much like the Ford and the Dodge. Now have a look at the van in which you or your family may be riding tomorrow. Since 1990, over 450 people have been killed and hundreds seriously injured in rollovers in these vehicles. Now, there is a revolutionary patented product on the market, Roadmaster Active Suspension, which when fitted to these vehicles will significantly improve road handling, load carrying, and safety. With a simple installation, the Roadmaster Active Suspension system will reduce the risk of rollovers. To prove how effective Roadmaster really is, extensive independent dynamic handling tests were conducted by the Transportation Research Center in Ohio. The TRC, as it's called, is used extensively by automobile manufacturers as well as governmental regulatory agencies. The vehicle chosen was a Ford E350 15-passenger van because it represents approximately 85% of all 15-passenger vans on the roads today. Prior to testing, the tires were inflated to the correct pressures recommended by the manufacturers. The van was fitted with front and rear 14-foot aluminum outrigger beams. Instruments were installed on the vehicle and were connected to an onboard computer that recorded all handling parameters. 14 water-filled dummies weighing 150 pounds each were strapped into the passenger seats, and a professional test driver handled all the maneuvers. The first test performed is the double lane change at 48 miles per hour without the Roadmaster fitted. Now the same test also at 48 miles per hour, but with the Roadmaster Active Suspension installed. On the second run, the speed was increased to 52 miles per hour without Roadmaster. As you see, the van is totally out of control and has both wheels completely off the ground. Now, the same test at a higher speed of 55 miles per hour with Roadmaster. considerably more traction and control can be seen. The next maneuver is the fish hook, regarded as the most severe test for inducing wheel lift and loss of traction. Here's the first test of the fish hook maneuver at 21 miles per hour without Roadmaster. Notice the right front wheel has lifted. Now the same test also at 21 miles per hour, but with Roadmaster installed. Here's the second run, now at 23 miles per hour without Roadmaster. Frightening, isn't it? Both wheels are completely off the ground, and the vehicle is dangerously out of control. This could indeed have caused a rollover. Now let's make that run at an even faster speed of 25 miles per hour, but with Roadmaster installed. As you can see, all four wheels are still on the ground, and the vehicle is definitely under control. Now, you're aware of what this outstanding product can do. The test results speak for themselves. As a doctor, sportscaster, and most importantly a parent, I realize that for a minimal investment, the Roadmaster active suspension system can add a definitive margin of safety for these 15-passenger vehicles. And after all, what price can any of us put on safety? I think you know the answer. Thanks for watching.